Round 5 of the Isle of Wight Car Club 2017 season was a sealed surface event held at BAE Systems at Northwood. With glorious sunshine, 27 drivers competed at this fantastic venue. Due to the wide open space available, drivers can push the limits of the car and their ability to the limit with little chance of damaging car or pride. Initially, many drivers thought the course was too long and complicated to remember. However, once drivers got their head around where to go, all doubts were erased as this fast and flowing course proved popular. In round 1, drivers were still learning the course and 12 of the 27 performed a wrong test. Ricky Shepherd posted the fastest time, followed by Andy Williams in his special and Matthew Griffin in his MX-5. In round 2, Ricky still held the lead, but Chris Wilson was only 0.8 seconds behind and Dan Morgan had joined the party, placing third. With no drivers in Class 1, Class 2 were left to represent the unmodified cars. Mark Hill's MX-5 had mechanical issues and he had to retire his car in round 4. Joe Moore was giving a stellar performance in his MR2, and Marion Brett had decided to drive her road car, a supercharged BMW Mini Cooper S, and with this became the fastest lady of the day and was rewarded with the flowers at the podium celebrations. In round 5, Steve Brett was allowed to drive Marion's Mini, and with this performed his first correct test of the day. Barry Richardson started the day in his Class 2 MX-5, but sat behind the wheel of his son's Class 3 Classic Mini for rounds 5 and 6. Class 3 is for modified cars under 1400cc, and on the day, the class consisted of the Richardsons, along with Steve Brett in their Classic Minis, Dean Masterton, Leon Chessel and Gary Weatherick in their Turbo Suzuki Cappuccino, and Hope Wallace, who unfortunately had to retire early, driving her Ford Fiesta. The largest field of the day was Class 4. This is for modified cars over 1400cc. Wayne Hull always attracts a crowd of admirers looking at his Mark I Escort Mexico. Dean Long and his father Tony were campaigning their newly acquired, rally-prepared all-wheel drive Subaru Impreza, which was also superbly driven by new member John Barrett. Sue Mitchell and Steve Glass were driving their Del Sol on its rev limiter around the course. And the rest of Class 4 were made up of some amazingly modified MX-5s driven by Dan Young, Toby Allen, Matthew Griffin and Danny Grist. However, Danny was plagued with mechanical issues and he was denied a single successful run during the day. But it was in Class 5 that the podium winners would be found. Class 5 is for cars that don't fit into any of the other classes and are normally custom built frame cars or heavily modified cars such as John Cooper's rear-wheel drive MX-5 powered VW Golf. Andy Williams had slipped down the leaderboard despite his strong start, and Will Thomas performed well in his 1000cc motorbike powered Indy, especially as it was his first outing. Steve Wells had carburetor issues right from the start and threw his toys out of the pram, threatening to go home. However, he persisted and was rewarded with 4th place, just missing out on the podium by 0.37 of a second. Malcolm Smith, the Isle of Wight Car Club chairman, presented a bottle of champagne to Dan Morgan, who unfortunately could not improve on his 5th run and claimed the 3rd step of the podium. Chris Wilson proved he is just as happy on tarmac as he is on the sand and took the 2nd step. And today's victor was Ricky Shepherd, who won this event on his 5th run by just under a second lead. Ricky is no stranger at standing on the podium at this venue, and with this, he and Chris Wilson are joint leaders of the Sealed Surface Championship with 50 points apiece. Thank you to Grange Shine Service Station for supplying the bubbly, and the podium celebrations become more and more elaborate, and Malcolm barely survived becoming a Bucks Fizz victim. There is a short break before the next event at Atherfield Farm on the 2nd of July. See you there.
Well done, thank you.